Hey, welcome back to my tutorial series on my procedural text generation tool, ProcGenie. In the last video, we talked about adding interactivity through choices. In this video, we'll talk about adding interactivity through hyperlinks and interactivity through parsers. Like choices, hyperlinks are a clickable interactive element that encodes the context where it's defined, and on click, it'll generate from that context. Unlike choices, which are tacked onto the end of all generated text, a clickable hyperlink is produced inline in the generated text at the point where it's defined. Hyperlinks are defined using the following syntax. We do start for our start symbol, and link within brackets, colon, the name of the link, and a directional rule. So it's very similar to choices from our last video. You have link instead of choice, the name of the link, and the directional rule. So I see a link dog standing. Guess the dog's standing today. I see a dog standing by the door. We'll say, how the heck is a dog standing? Alright, so we've defined a hyperlink with a directional rule north, and then we've added text afterwards. So the link, again, it's inline, but it encodes its context just like a choice, and it runs from that context. It's going to run from this cell. I click run. I see a dog standing by the door. If you click on dog, how the heck is a dog standing? We can add multiple links in the same component. The dog is holding a magazine. Let's add magazine as a link. And we'll give that a production rule or directional rule saying that it can go south. It is the latest edition of The Economist. Alright. Again, the link will encode its context, so it will generate from this cell, and it will use its own production rules. I see a dog standing by the door. The dog is holding a magazine. If we click on magazine, it is the latest edition of The Economist. Just like choices, even if we move far beyond that cell, those links will encode their context. So I see a dog standing by the door. The dog is holding a magazine. A car passes by. Mud splashes all over me. And if we want to add another link here, we could add a link to car, let's say. And we'll give that production rule saying it can go northeast, some jerk in an Audi. Alright, click run. I see a dog standing by the door. The dog is holding a magazine. A car passes by. Mud splashes all over me. You click on car. Some jerk in an Audi. You click on dog. How the heck is a dog standing? Dog's holding a magazine. You click on magazine. Latest edition of The Economist. So we've defined links with the syntax link, colon, the text that would be displayed, and a production rule, all within brackets. Those links encode their context, and on click they will generate from that context. The links will be produced inline, so link for the dog will be here between Sia and standing, magazine's produced here, and car is produced later. You can combine links and choices. We talked about choices in the last session, so mud splashes all over me, choice, clean the mud off. The dog walks over to help. Alright, so you've got a choice, clean the mud off is the text, production rule E, and then that will lead to the dog walks over to help. I see a dog standing by the door, dog's holding a magazine, a car passes by, mud splashes all over me, clean the mud off, and the dog walks over to help. So links are just like choices. They're just, pretty much all of the syntax is the same. The way that they work is the same, and the way that they encode their context is the same. Really, the only thing that's different between links and choices is that choices are tacked on to the end of the generated run, and links are defined or generated inline.